Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And there is some breaking news that we're going to talk about today. Kevin McCarthy, leader of the Republicans in the House, has directly issued a threat to FBI Director Christopher Wray over the Biden subpoenas that they are refusing to issue. There's a lot more going on here. Politics is afoot, and believe me, this is not about the FBI. There's something else that we're about to address. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this one, because this is an interesting piece to observe and make us, or allow us to make our moves. And of course, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We got some freedom to spread, and thank you for your consideration. And the content today is brought to you by Lear Capital. Now, we all know a recession is either here or it's right around the corner. And while the Biden administration is attempting to pull the wool over our eyes, we can get in front of them by partnering with a company like Lear Capital for our stacking needs, but also for our retirement accounts to provide a hedge against the policies that are so egregious. They've been in business for over 25 years. They have 1,000 five-star reviews. They have a 24-hour guarantee policy, and they're the only company that I trust, and you can too. Make sure you give them a call on the number on the screen so you can find out if you would qualify for $15,000 in bonus medals through those retirement accounts that I mentioned that you could protect moving forward. The number's on the screen, or you can go to learlangley.com. Thank you so much to Lear Capital for making this possible, and let's get it, my brothers and sisters. We have got to talk about what's going on with McCarthy, because we all know he's got a little bit of a rhino streak in him. So why all of a sudden is he acting like he's strong from a position of strength? We're going to hold him in contempt of Congress. Really? And you go on live TV and threaten him, huh? Spoiler alert. This wouldn't happen to do anything or have anything to do with the fact that you are negotiating a terrible bipartisan deal for debt relief, or the debt ceiling, or the fact that you haven't yet had any kind of vote held for the ATF pistol brace rule, which is going into effect on the 1st of June. It wouldn't happen to do any of those things, would it? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but let me walk you through what's happened so far. So you guys know that the person that we're talking about right here, this is James Comer. He's one of the guys who issued the subpoenas against the Biden family for the FBI. Now, he went through the entire process saying, here's all this business corruption. Here's why we're issuing the subpoenas for the FBI to comply. FBI sends him a big old boop, ain't happening, boo. And that's where we're at right now. So as you can see, he's had his little speech, he's had his little press conference, sent some subpoenas, and the FBI thus far has not done anything. And to provide a little bit more context, here is Byron Donalds, who did a bang-up job in this press conference, and this is what this is about.
Here, everybody. Look, a couple things. First, what we're seeing here, what we're witnessing with the Biden family, frankly, is just a web of concealment, of deception. A lot of people would say corruption. But let's be very clear. You have this many companies involved, this velocity of transactions, size of transactions. Like my colleagues have said, this is not how normal businesses operate.
That's what we're talking about. So this is going directly against the VP, or then VP Biden, and his interactions and family dealings with foreign companies and foreign countries and all these things. And all of a sudden how all these LLCs got all this money, right? That's what they're talking about. Okay, it doesn't, come on. It's kind of easy to see what happened here. Now, of course, you're going to get some obstruction. But McCarthy, I'm going to show you the clip in a second where he threatens the FBI. But this is why he threatens the FBI, and then we're going to get to the real why behind it. Comer and Grassley blast FBI for refusing to provide subpoenaed records alleging then VP Biden engaged in a bribery scheme. Okay, come on, it's kind of obvious. The sun is shining. We all know what happened. But listen to what McCarthy did on live TV against the FBI. Then we're going to break this down to what could be going on here, because motion to vacate is a pretty important term. Let's keep going.
Comer subpoenaed the document that he's requested. We have jurisdiction over the FBI, which they seem to act like we do not. I personally called Director Wray and told him he needs to send that document. Today is the deadline. So let me not just tell you, let me tell Director Christopher Wray right here, right now. If he misses the deadline today, I am prepared to move contempt charges in Congress against him. We have jurisdiction over this. He can send us that document. We have the right to look at that. Republicans and Democrats alike in that committee. And if he does not follow through with the law, we will move contempt charges against Christopher Wray and the FBI.
You know what he says,
they are
Mr.
not
Speaker?
above the law.
So that's his tough talk. Now, to be fair, to his credit, that is some tough talk. It does need to happen. There does need to be contempt of Congress charges dropped. But again, why are you threatening this now? Now we get into unpeeling this little bad boy, this onion of a political mess. So McCarthy, if you guys will recall back in January when the Republicans held the speakership vote against McCarthy hostage for like 15 rounds, a big part of that negotiation was they wanted to lower the threshold for motion to vacate, which means the speaker can be pulled from power if one Republican says, nah, boo, ain't happening. That's the important piece. The motion to vacate is threatening McCarthy's power, which is the entire point of the Republicans like Chip Roy and Lauren Boebert and Matt Gaetz doing what they did. They got a leverage piece for the next 2 years at that point. Now, what McCarthy has to do here is he has to thread the needle between having a vote on the ATF pistol brace rule, because the Freedom Caucus and the Second Amendment Caucus and a lot of other individuals are pissed that there's not a vote on that because it's a tremendous political opportunity. We're going to cover that later tonight. But he also has to do his rhino thing where he appeases the left a little bit too. He can always do some math where he loses some Republicans, gets some Democrats, but that's not going to go over too well when you have a motion to vacate again. Now, that's the one thing that he's got to worry about. Then he's got to come from a position of strength because the debt negotiations that he's brought forward to the Republican Party aren't going over too well. In fact, everyone hates them, and you need a lot of them. In my personal opinion, the FBI corruption charge and Biden is being used as an opportunity to show strength for McCarthy to garner favor from the right wing of the party in order to get his debt deal passed. Do I necessarily think that they're going to charge Christopher Wray with contempt of Congress? I don't know. I doubt it. It's big, tough talk. But again, I smell politics all day on this and using our desires of what we want justice to be served, because that is truly justice, against ourselves in his own little ploy to maintain his speakership. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments field below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.